Om Namah Shivaya. Vinayaka, the embodiment of philosophical truths. Discourse by MahaPeriyava from the book Voice of God, Volume 1, which is the English translation of Deivathin Kural in Tamil. Please see the description below for the details. Even small aspects of Vinayaka Murti, when observed, will reveal a lot of philosophical truths. Why are coconuts broken before Pillar as offering? It appears that Vigneshwara asked his own father Parameshwara to offer his head to him as sacrifice. Ganapathi is pleased only if what is most valued is offered as sacrifice. Ishvara has created coconut with 3 eyes, as he himself has 3 eyes, and has willed that as a token of our readiness to offer the highest sacrifice, we should offer the coconut to Pillar. Breaking a coconut by striking it forcefully on the ground so that it breaks into small pieces and gets strewn about is a practice peculiar to Tamil Nadu. To whom do such scattered pieces belong as a matter of right? To the children, of course. I myself learned this only from a child. It was 1941. I was observing Chaturmasya in Nagapattinam. It was customary for coconuts to be broken at the temples there. Children used to gather in such large numbers that there would not be enough space even for striking the coconut on the ground. People who were with me were worried that the children running here and there to pick up the pieces might fall on me. Therefore, they told the children in a manner of admonishing, "Do not crowd, go away from here." Upon this, one boy promptly retorted, "When coconut is broken before Pillar, what right have you to tell us not to be here? If coconut is broken on the ground, the scattered pieces would belong to us and we will certainly come to pick them up." The way the boy spoke and the firmness in his tone made me realize, yes, the right to the God's prasad wholly belongs to children. When the coconut is broken, the nectar like water comes out, and this is symbolic of the breaking of the hardened ego. No other god has a physical frame bigger than Ganapathi. The head is of elephant, a big stomach and body. Because of this, he has a Sanskrit name, Stulakayar. He is like a mountain, yet a child. Then what is appropriate for a child? A child should eat well. The body should not be thin at all. If a mendicant, sannyasi, eats a lot and builds up a big body, that is not a good mark for him. As people age, they skip the night meal. Would such a thing be appropriate for a child? A child must eat well and be plump. Then only it will look beautiful. This child god with modak in his hand conveys the message that children should eat well and look healthy. Ganapathi is like an elephant. Quite contrary to this, the mouse is so small, yet he uses this as his vehicle. Other gods have at least a bull, a horse, or a bird, etc. But this god has a vehicle which is as small as his own body is huge. A god does not gain merit by the might of the vehicle he uses. The vehicle gains merit because of the god. To suit the strength of the mouse, he sits light and has so kept his body that the mouse does not feel any strain but gets respectability. He is thus demonstrating that although he is of heavy body, Stulakayar, he will sit light in the hearts of devotees. Every animal takes pride in a particular part of its body. A type of deer, the yak, prides in its tail. The merit for peacock is its huge feathers. It protects its feathers carefully. What part does an elephant feel proud about and protect? It keeps its tusk polished and white. This elephant of a Pillar broke a tusk and used the piece to write the Mahabharata. By doing this elephant demonstrated that Mahabharata, which expounds dharma, is greater than its own tusk, which gives beauty, respect, and pride. By sacrificing its own tusk, it has shown that for the sake of justice and dharma, anything can be sacrificed. The Lord does not need an instrument. He can use anything as an instrument. This episode is an example of this. At one time, he killed an asura with a tusk. It was a weapon then. When he wrote the Mahabharata, it became a pen. One does not get weary of looking at the moon, the ocean, and the elephant. One can see them again and each time it will be a joyous experience. That is why the child God has taken the elephant figure so that those who see him experience joy each time they see him. That is the philosophy of bliss, the philosophy of a desire never satiated. He was himself born in the midst of bliss. When a Rakshasa named Bandasur used the Vigna mantra and prevented Ambal's army from approaching him, Parameshwara cast a joyful look at her and she got this son who destroyed the Vigna mantras and helped his mother. He is the son of Parvati Parameshwara. Since he came out of what really is the prime cause of the universe, we call him Pillayar in a special way. Whichever god one may choose for worship, only if Vinayaka's benediction is obtained first, prayers will fructify without hindrance. There is a sect which considers Vinayaka himself as the first and absolute god and worships him. Such a practice is called Ganapathi. We double up before Pillayar by holding our ears with both hands. There is a story that it was Mahavishnu who started this practice. Once Pillayar, who is Mahavishnu's nephew, snatched the disc, Chakram, from him in a playful mood and put it into his mouth. It was difficult to get it back from Pillayar because of his extraordinary strength. Mahavishnu thought that he could make Pillayar laugh so that the disc would fall from his mouth and he could then take it. Immediately he caught his ears with his 4 hands and danced. Vinayaka laughed uncontrollably. The disc fell out of his mouth and Vishnu took it. This kind of paying obeisance to Vinayaka has come to be called Topu Karanam, which is a distortion of Torpi Karanam in Tamil. Torpi in Sanskrit means by the hands, Karanam means ear. So, Torpi Karanam means holding the ears by the hands. This word by long usage has become Topu Karanam. Only if Vigneshwara's blessings are there, any effort will fructify without hindrance. Pillayar is the beautiful child god who removes all obstacles and showers his blessings. May we pray to him, worship him, and live a good life free from troubles. Om Namah Shivaya. We will meet again in the next discourse on Advaitam. Are we the Brahman? If not, Om Namah Shivaya. Hara Hara Shankara Jai Jai Shankara Kanchi Shankara Kamakoti Shankara.